This has to be one of my absolute favourite dishes, and it's parsnip, carrot and ginger soup. Really lovely, really warming, and especially in the winter months, parsnips are in abundance. Plus, ginger is so good for your health, great for your digestion. Also, if you're not feeling very well with a cold, if you grate some fresh ginger with some lemon and water, it will do magic for you. So let's just have a look first of how I'm going to prepare this. First of all, I've got around about 60 grams of butter, and I've just melted that down ready in the pan. Then I've got my chopping board here. Now here's one of Emily's little tricks. I've just got an old tea cloth, I've dampened it down, put my board on top, and if you look, it's really solid, I can't move it, and that helps to give you control over whatever you're chopping. We don't want any accidents. So as you can see, I've got 2 medium-sized parsnips here, and all I'm going to do is literally just chop them up. Parsnips as well are an extremely cheap vegetable. You can do so much with them. I mean, one of my favourite things, as I think most people, is to roast them in the oven, especially with like sweet potato, garlic, rosemary. Absolutely delicious. No better way. So there's no brilliant way of chopping these. It doesn't have to be fancy, because don't forget it's all going to be blended up. So just bite-sized pieces. Stick these ones in first. Mix that round. Then we're going to add literally 2 medium-sized carrots. They've already been sliced. I've sliced these slightly thinner than I have the parsnips, because parsnips tend to cook very quickly, whereas carrots take a little bit longer. So therefore, if you cut them thinner, they'll cook quicker. Again, mix that round. Then we're going to also add 1 onion. That's just 1 large onion, chopped up rough. In it goes. You'll see that most of these are just store-cupboard ingredients, which is fantastic. So in that goes. Then we've got literally an inch piece of ginger, and all I've done is peeled the rough skin off the ginger and grated it. So in that goes. And 2 cloves of garlic there, which I've already crushed. So as you can see, this is like a super healthy dish. Just going to mix that all around, just so it coats all in the butter. And then on a low heat for literally about 3 minutes, I just want that to sweat. So to do that, you're going to need your lid. Just pop that on and just leave it. 3 minutes. Right, so that's sweating away nicely there. Such lovely terminology, isn't it? Now what I've got here is a pint of chicken stock. It's a good quality one. So I'm just going to stick that in. The reason I use a good quality stock is because then you don't need to use so much salt. But what I do like to use is lots of pepper. Told you I liked a lot. I think that's enough. What we're going to do then is just mix that round, and simply you're going to pop your lid back on and make sure it goes to a nice simmer for around about 20 minutes. What you're looking for is for those carrots to be nice and soft. Now that's been around 20 minutes, so like I said earlier, we're just going to check, make sure, yeah, you see if you poke your knife in there, the carrot, which is what you want to be concentrating on, is gone nice and soft. So that's that done. It can now come off the heat. Ready for the next part. I'll slide it over here to my blender. This is where the crew get absolutely scared to death, wondering if I'm going to zap them and get it all over. Don't worry. What you'll find through blending is it actually thickens as well. So another little trick, if it's too thick for you, which this one is for me, just take your kettle and just add a little bit more of the boiling water. Now I've used chicken stock in this soup. You can make it vegetarian and even vegan. So don't forget, you can substitute it with vegetable stock. And I'm going to put in now some creme fraiche, but of course vegans don't use that. You don't have to, you can have it just as it is. So we're just going to stick this in. just about 2 or 3 blobs. Let's be generous. And again, just going to give it another whiz in. Well, here's the best bit, and that's serving it up. And I like to have it with some fantastic bread, especially some good varieties of bread like I've got today, which is a nice seed and oat bread, real nutty, fighting food. And there you have it, absolutely delicious.